Hi there, it's Miss Cruz again. One thing that I noticed is that some of us are having some difficulty just in terms of our drafting, determining, how to expand on it versus when to really slow down or speed up. So, this is a material that's been posted in the material section, and it's called Speeding Up versus Slowing Down. Now, something to consider, you're going to slow down in your text when you want to teach something about your characters, either through their actions, through their inner thinking, or through what they might be saying. You slow down when you describe a setting in an important scene. So, whenever it comes to a setting, make sure that you're really elaborating on what it looked like, felt like, smelled like, all of those things in that moment. You might slow down if you need to build tension or develop a conflict. And you might slow down if you're focusing on theme and showing the lesson that a character might be learning. Or if you're telling the author exactly what theme it is that was learned. So you're going to speed up in times when you move from one scene to the next. You're going to speed up when you tell about something that's like not really that important, but a piece of information that might need to be in there. And then speeding up just means you're keeping the story moving. So I'm going to show you an example of how I slowed down one of my scenes. Initially, I had written in the memoir that when I stepped off the plane and arrived in the Philippines, it felt warm and smelled wonderful. However, I think I can go even further into the scene. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start typing that in. So before we knew it, we were landing in the Philippines. Okay? And I'm going to be more specific about where in the Philippines. We were in Manila. Okay, so I said where I was, but I didn't say anything about it. So now I'm going to talk about stepping off the plane. As I stepped off the plane, I smelled, right? So let's talk about what it smelled like. I smelled the Philippine air. And now I'm going to use maybe a simile or describe what it smells like, which smells like a combination of garlic and pollution. So I'm going to leave my figurative language for a little bit further in. I'm going to talk about what I heard. I could hear the traffic. Ooh, I can use onomatopoeia here by making sound words, buzzing and honking. And just like in New York City, because as I'm writing this, I know most people don't know the sound of traffic in Manila, but many people will know the sound of traffic in New York City. So I made a simile of what the traffic in Manila was like compared to the traffic in New York City. And it's a simile because I used the word like. So now I'm going to go back and read it. Before we knew it, we were landing in Manila, Philippines. As I stepped off the plane, I smelled the Philippine air, which smells like a combination of garlic and pollution. I could hear the traffic buzzing and honking, just like in New York City. Now I'm going to describe what it looked like. There was a thickness to the pollution of a dark cloud that sits over the city, comma. But to me, it felt amazing. So right there, I'm using description. I didn't just say like this. I arrived in the Philippines. It felt warm and wonderful. No, I described why it felt warm, why it smelled wonderful. Why did it feel warm? Because it reminded me of things. It felt amazing. Ah, I breathed in. Home, I thought to myself. So see how I took this? The feeling of warmth reminded me of home, and that's what I put in my part here. And then also when I'm talking about this smell, I'm saying it smells like a combination of garlic and pollution. And then what it sounds like, all of those things. So I took my little piece here. I didn't just write one small little sentence. I expanded it, and now my reader has a better understanding of exactly what it is that I'm trying to describe. Now, this is one area where you can expand on your settings, okay? And then going back up here, find something, if you haven't already gotten through everything as you're developing your characters, let us know who your characters are. You can use the top of the drafting page to help you with that. That's where I gave you the revealing action, the inner thinking, all of those things. When I'm reading, I want to see those kinds of things. If you have any questions, feel free to contact any of your 3 teachers. But if you haven't started drafting, you really need to start because it's been almost a week. So by this point, it's unacceptable to have nothing. Okay? Good luck.